So what you're seeing in front of you right now is a 100% AI driven channel, meaning that the creator behind this channel does not know how to edit. They do not show their face. They don't do anything except for just utilize these modern AI tools. And as you can see, they managed to get 4.6 million views on a video that they posted just 2 months ago. And with a very conservative RPM of $3, which everyone that does YouTube knows that a $3 RPM is very, very low. That would mean that they have made approximately, let me just do the math here, 4,600 times 3. That would mean that they made over $13,800 from that one video. And I, with my knowledge on YouTube automation, can tell you that this video does not cost more than $5 to create. And that is exactly what I'm gonna show you in this tutorial. I'm gonna show you how you can create a video like this of your own quite quick without having to have any content creation experience. It's gonna be very cheap. It's gonna cost you below $10 to create a single video. And yeah, if you think about the return, that is quite crazy. Now let's just take a quick look at when this channel was started. 3 months ago, you might be telling me, Leo, like this channel is old. This is not something that works right now. And in that case, I can do nothing else than just show you another example of another channel doing the exact same thing with 8.7 thousand subscribers. And they were started just a single month ago. So 30 days ago, they uploaded their first video on this channel, and it's already managed to touch a single video with 3.2 million views. And once again, with $3 RPM, that is going to be over $10,000 from just this single video that cost them less than $5 to create. Now, to just give you some context before we move on to the tutorial, we're of course gonna check out the video here and see how it looks. As you can see, it's just this kind of super hyper realistic, I guess, process video where it breaks down how onions go from just regular onions to what seems to be onion powder. Like the most stupid, goofy topic ever, but it's been able to make them over $10,000 with a new channel, which is quite insane. So I'm simply going to recreate this channel, and more specifically this onion video, so that all you beginners that are watching this video can understand that even though this channel is 100% created by AI, if you're creative, you can create something that generates you a very high return compared to what you put into it. And no, this content will not be demonetized just because it is AI, simply due to the fact that it's quite unique and it provides the viewers with an enjoyable experience. This is not AI slop where you just put like a single AI image and a voiceover for 3 hours. This is actual transformative content that can be monetized. And if you're still skeptical about AI content after all of the gurus online simply tell you that it can't be monetized, this is the exact same strategy that me and my students are following inside of the program, where I manage and see over hundreds of channels. Like this is Reed, for example, his channel that only posts AI content. It might not be, you know, onion process videos, but it posts only AI content, and it's made over $100,000 in just the last, let's say, 6-7 months that he's started the channel, which is absolutely insane. And this is also a disclaimer at the same time. Like you can see Venice here, waiting for a 6K and 9K payout, it seems. Crazy results. Like this is a disclaimer that YouTube is not a get-rich-quick scheme at the same time. Even though these channels are getting insane results super fast, this does not mean that you will be getting these insane results simply because you start a channel of your own. Many times the people behind these channels, they've started perhaps 5 channels that they failed before they saw success. So just if you follow these steps in this tutorial, that does not mean that by any means you will be earning $10,000 in your first month. So you need to be realistic, since this is a business model overall. However, I would like to just show you guys the full AI creation process on how you create these kind of videos without asking for anything in return. So you can just see it as some free value, since that is what I do on this channel. And before the tutorial, if you for whatever reason wonder who I am, my name is Leo. I've done YouTube automation since I left high school by now, and I made millions of dollars through selling digital products on YouTube channels, affiliate marketing, ad revenue, everything that you can imagine basically. And I help a bunch of other people do the same thing. You can follow me on Twitter, which is where I am most known. I'll put it on the screen somewhere. But let's not waste any more time and let's get into how you can create a channel like this of your own. So the absolute first step, which I'll kind of speed run through, would be picking your topic. When it comes to YouTube, you want to be going with a proven topic if you are a beginner, since that will maximize the chances of you seeing success. For example, if you just take a look at this channel, a proven concept would be the how Coca-Cola is made today topic, instead of you making a video on cement factories, which only got 675 views, while this one got 4.6 million views. It's quite proven already that people like to see how Coca-Cola is made in relation to cement. So if you were a beginner, you would preferably proceed with one of the topics that have already been successful for these guys. In this case, we'll just go with the onion video, since it's this new channel's most watched video. And now you need to be creative with this as well. If you are going to get into an AI channel like this, you can apply this production process to any kind of AI channel if you are creative about it. Just because you create an onion video does not mean it's gonna go viral. However, you could perhaps be creating videos about medieval factories, or how people made meals in a village during the Stone Age. I don't know, that could be something. So you have to be quite creative if you want to succeed on YouTube. So in order to make a onion video like this, where you can see there are different scenes, all that kind of stuff, we would of course need the different scenes, which we can simply use ChatGPT for. So I've already prepared a little prompt here. I'm gonna go through it. It says, I'm creating an inside the factory type video for how onion powder is made. You'll simply just take this prompt and insert your own topic here, of course. It says, I'm going to use AI Google Video 3 to generate the clips showing this process. Can you create 50 very simple prompts that shows the process start finish, from when the onions are delivered to when it's successfully packaged to power? Each AI clip is approximately 5 to 8 seconds long. It's good if we can keep consistent factory style, etc. across all clips. So you would just exchange all of the onion related stuff with your own topic, send the prompt, and you can see that you won't be having to do any thinking of your own. ChatGPT will simply generate all of the prompts for you. What you need to do is just become good at identifying what topics, for example, the onion powder one, performs well and is appreciated by people on YouTube. But you can see here, we're gonna get a bunch of different prompts here. And you can of course change the number from 50 prompts to however many prompts that you want. But this will be a very good start. Then you would just go ahead and copy the first prompt here. And since we are using Google Video 3 for creating these amazing animated videos, we can just head over to Gemini. This will be kind of a showcase. You can only generate 3 videos per day for free on Gemini. But I also have a secret tool where you get a bunch of these video generations for as little as like $5. So I'll get into that in a minute. But Gemini is a very good example, but you can just Google this up and try this yourself literally right now if you want to. So I would just choose the video model here in the tools, create videos, video 3.1. Just paste in the prompt. Here you can also choose the pro version to get the best possible clip. And now the very, very impressive part with AI, and why it is absolutely mind-blowing and crazy right now, is that this tool will generate the video including sound effects. So you do not need to hire someone to do sound design, anything like this. The video will just be done, or at least our first scene. So let's see here what we get from Gemini. I'll probably just skip to when this is done and I'll show you the result. All right, so as you can see, we got the first video here. And it looks like this, just to give you the quick kind of preview.
Bring it down slowly, then clear the bay.
Yeah, almost there.
You can see someone is talking, do this, unloading the stuff. It has sound effects of the truck. Everything is great. Now, it's not the most perfect video ever, so I did a few different generations here before. However, with a mildly different prompt, we'll see, you can see the result here as well. I know it looks very realistic. Now, if you're doing this yourself, perhaps you want to regenerate this stuff a few times to get the best possible clip for the intro. If there's some minor AI mistake later on in the video, that doesn't really matter. However, if the first video really screams AI, that can put off a few people. So the first few videos that you show would preferably need to be very good. Now, there's a separate tool here since you only have 3 free generations per day with Gemini. There's a separate tool here that you can use. Now, I don't want to flaunt this openly on YouTube since last time I did this with these super valuable tools, they usually stop working since so many people start using them. So if you want to know what this tool is called, simply leave me a comment on this video, letting me know. Take a screenshot of that comment and and just DM me that on Instagram, and I'll simply share the website name. But here you'll be able to generate a bunch, like I think 20 VO3 videos for like $3-4 or something like this. It's crazy cheap. It's very good. So anyways, on the homepage you would have filtered the models for Google, like I've done here. So you'll find VO3 here, like this. Simply click on it, and then you'll just scroll down and you'll be taken to like the playground where you can use it without having to connect an API or something similar. So I'll just go ahead and take this second prompt from our ChatGPT list here: forklift moving pallets of onions into the factory warehouse. Go back to the website here, paste in that prompt. I'll select VO 3.1 quality since we want the best possible quality, of course. Aspect ratio should be 16:9 to fit the YouTube long form format, and then just generate the video. If you choose the fast model, you will save a bunch of credits. This one is way more expensive since I use the quality model, but this is just for the example. I just want to show you guys the full potential of this tool. So I'll skip once again to when this video is generated, and we'll just see the result from this tool. All right, so here's this generation with the other tool. As you can see, looks very realistic as well. I'm just gonna do the next one for good measure as well and show you the results and how consistent these AI tools can be with the right prompts. And keep in mind that also you're fully free to change these prompts however you want them. I'm sure that if you do run a channel where you post a lot like these guys, you will find prompts that simply work better and prompts that work worse. But I will be generating the third video here and show you it when it is done. And as you can see, here's the third generation. If we take a quick look though at the original video, you'll see that they have 22 minutes of footage with this random, AI generated footages. So if you think reasonably, it's gonna take you quite a long time to generate all of these videos by yourself. And that's why there is a very important aspect to all of this in actually treating YouTube as a business. So I will later on in the tutorial, when we're done with the basic steps here, I'll talk about how you can automate this and create multiple videos like this per day without you having to be personally involved and sitting here doing all of these videos yourself. Because this will take a video to create, it will take you probably generating all of this yourself an hour or 2 or 3. But if you do follow our system and you outsource it, then it will not take you any time. The only time that you spend is on reviewing the footage, making sure that it's good, and then posting it on the channel. Anyways, when you have all of your videos generated, or at least a few, to just show you the process of putting it together, you would head over to a website called CapCut. I'm sure many of you guys are familiar with this site. It's a free editing software, so it's very similar to Adobe Premiere Pro, for example, but it's free. You can create any project here without having to pay a single dollar. So just press on Create New in the top left corner, choose 16:9 in the YouTube format once again, and then you'll be taken to a kind of timeline which will be created here, and you will just upload all of your AI generated videos. And the beauty with these channels, although the videos themselves take a long time to generate, you do not have to worry about sound design. You do not have to worry about anything really, any editing or anything, except for just generating the clips. And that's why it's also very, very effective and easy to outsource. Now, I will just upload all of my assets here in a quick second. Boom, like this, you can see that they are being uploaded, all of them. So you would just go ahead and drag the clips to the timeline here. I'll start with the first one. See, it's gonna pop up here in the big screen as well. This would be a perfect first clip that I generated off cam. Second of all, we would want perhaps This one, just loading down the different onion palettes. We'll also want this one, for example. So you can see that I just literally drag all of the different assets that we have to the timeline, kind of creating our video here. And you can trim them as you want. Generally, I would make them shorter, so each clip is like 4 seconds maybe, something like that. This one also make shorter in the beginning, definitely, like this. Also make this one shorter in the beginning. And now if we just play it up, we should have like our intro finished in just a few minutes. You can see how fast this went to create. Super simple, doesn't require any form of editing skills or anything like this. And this is how the intro turned out.
Careful, this one's heavy. Bring it down slow.
And it looks very good for this little amount of effort. If you're doing this yourself, I would consider perhaps adding more nuanced scenes in between to show more of the actual step-by-step process. This is a little bit rushed. But once you have your full video done, just export it like this. Press on download, choose all of the best settings, 1080p, 4K, if you did generate your video in 4K, which you can do with Google Veo 3. You know, as high settings as you can, 60 frames per second. MP4 is always the best format. Press on export and it will be saving your video just like that. Now, whilst this video is exporting, of course, in order to post a video on a channel like this on YouTube, you will need a thumbnail. And this is actually very easy to create for this niche as well. It's gonna take us just a few minutes to do so. So if we go over onto our onion video here, once again, we would want to create a very similar thumbnail to this, right? So in order to get the same format and to just, you know, use the proven concept of what they're using for all of their popular videos here, which is kind of a conveyor belt with the onions, I will just go ahead and take a screenshot like this, where nothing is in the way of the screenshot, just like something like that works. You can also take the entire thumbnail, but then the AI tool might include all of the small stickers. So you would just take an image just like that. You will head over to ChatGPT once again. I have prepared a little prompt here that I'll read out. It says, create a YouTube thumbnail like this one, but instead of onions, show huge kiwis. This is just for the example to show you that this really works. But you would just, of course, write onions here. Make it 16:9 aspect ratio. Do not include any text or logos, just the raw background image. If you don't have this line, it might add some text for you because it wants to create, once again, a YouTube thumbnail. But I would just upload this screenshot that we have right here, like this, and we will simply see what we get from the generation. If you do tell ChatGPT like, hey, copy this thumbnail and make the exact same, then it will most likely not perform the task for you, since it goes against their policies. But now keep in mind, if you do recreate a thumbnail like this and you add something unique to it, then that does not pose any copyright risk whatsoever on YouTube. You are fine as long as you don't just copy the competitor thumbnail, but just literally downloading their thumbnail and using it for your own video. But you can see here, like we have the exact same video here, but with kiwis. Looks very good. Perhaps we would want a slightly more zoomed out version. So to edit this, I'll just ask ChatGPT to simply make it a little bit more zoomed out. We'll see what result that we get. And now, as you can see, we got the perfect edit. This was the original image, which is kind of too zoomed in. And this was the other one, more zoomed out. You see the workers better. You see it's a conveyor belt. This kind of whole thing with big kiwis is just to engage the viewer and catch your attention, like a hook. Of course, it doesn't make sense that kiwis are this big. But you would just go ahead and download this right here. Download. And now you will head over to Canva for a very specific reason. Because if we take a look at the thumbnails here, you see that they have this kind of 4K Ultra HD sticker to it. So that is something that we would want to add to our own thumbnail. And if we just go over to Canva, which is a free graphic design software, it does not cost you anything. You can just create a new project in the top left corner. Use the YouTube thumbnail preset. Upload your little kiwi or onion image. Just make sure it fits the frame for your thumbnail, like something like this. Like that would be perfect. And then we can search here for 4K Ultra HD, and you will find a very funny thing. So if we just take a look at this one and then compare that to what these guys are using, they are literally creating the thumbnails in Canva like this. Like this is the process that people are following to create their thumbnails for this niche. So we would just add that something like this. Now it does not pop so much here because the kiwis are in the background and have quite a dark color, but that would be good enough for the thumbnail. And then like this is literally your thumbnail. You can optimize it even more. If you press on the image, then press on edit, and here you can press on adjust. And this is where you can play around with the vibrance, for example, if you want it to pop even more. You see here what happens. You can also play around with saturation, which is kind of the same thing. It will make the kiwis just have slightly brighter colors, which usually is quite good. If you want to play around with the brightness, you can of course do so as well, but it's not so important for this specific thumbnail. You just go ahead and press share, download. PNG works just fine. Just press on download and boom, you have your thumbnail. So the reason why I'm showing you guys this entire process so quickly is just to get into your mindset and into your head that online business does not have to mean that you go and study something for, you know, half a year and become the professional at something. You can literally just utilize these AI tools that you have in front of you, at least with Faceless YouTube. And if you are creative and become good at the skill of ideation and finding out what people just want to watch, you could be the person behind a channel like this. And I really don't know so many other business models where you can get into something spending $5 to $10 to $15 on a video that in the best case scenario can generate you, upwards of $15,000. It's highly unlikely if you are a beginner, but just knowing that this possibility is out there, if you put some effort into it, that's just insane. I don't know anything else where you can do this. Now, when it comes to turning your YouTube channel into a actual business, from being just a one-man army where you're sitting and making these videos yourself, you will need to hire something called a virtual assistant. And the reason why you don't need an editor for this kind of channel that is super expensive, you don't need a scriptwriter, you don't need any of that, you only need a virtual assistant. The reason to this is simply because the creation process is so simple. Like, we could break this down in a single tutorial. That means that if you just compile all of these steps that you just watched and you hopefully performed yourself into a very precise and step-by-step instruction, then you can just hand that over to a virtual assistant that will create the videos for you. And the way that you find virtual assistant is on a site called Upwork. Like this one, this is an old job post that I created just for literally a channel like this one, an AI channel. And you can see that I just put a job post that basically said this: we're looking for a full-time virtual assistant to help with creating and posting content on YouTube. The tasks are just create videos using our own tools, upload and schedule the videos, make sure all uploads are correct and organized, just a full-time person. And there are so many people applying to this simple free job post, as you can see here, that just wants to be charged or want to charge you $3 per hour, $5 per hour, which I'm sure everyone watching this understands is very, very low. Because if they can create a single video like this in just a single hour with the right instructions, then you will basically be getting an automated video for $3 or $6 if it takes them 2 hours, plus the software costs, which is quite insane. And that will allow you to upload multiple times per day, compete with all of these other guys that do not understand how to do this, ultimately making you progress faster, hopefully. Now, Upwork doesn't have to be the only place where you can find freelancers either. Fiverr works fine for virtual assistants. You should not be looking for editors and stuff on Fiverr because they're usually just crap. And for example, also in my Faceless Launchpad community, my coaching program, we have loads of channels with these trusted hundreds of freelancers from my personal network that I've worked with that you can just hire straight from, so you don't have to kind of gamble with random freelancers. We're also adding a bunch of virtual assistants to this pool. And just to bomb you guys with some more value and kind of promo my upcoming software here, you of course need to manage all of your freelancers somewhere. Most people just use sites like Trello and a bunch of different sites that are just cluttered everywhere. But what we are developing for all of these students in Faceless Launchpad is a all-in-one CRM software tool where you can manage your freelancers, you can send payouts, you can use Google Drive features, you can use Trello features, Frame.io, which is an annotation tool if you are familiar with YouTube. It will have everything. It's just in beta right now, so only a few selected people can access this tool. And the people that are being given access from the waitlist will be people in the program and people that are running big teams that can help us and give us a lot of feedback on what to build next. So if you do have a big team, or if you're watching this in a program, then join the wait list through the link that I put in the description for Cloudboard. And it's just going to be really fun seeing you guys utilize this software. For beta users, it is completely free during the beta phase. You don't pay a single dollar to use it. And you will get a 50% lifetime discount when we do actually launch this software publicly. So it's a very, very good deal for anyone interested. And these are the things that you need to boost your efficiency and be able to scale to multiple channels. Sure, you can sit and chat with freelancers on WhatsApp for your first or second channel, but if you're scaling up and you're running many channels, managing 20, 30 freelancers, then you will need a CRM tool like this to make sure that you are performing optimally. Now that is all for this video, I would say. If you are this serious kind of person that want extra help with starting your own faceless YouTube channel, this is by no means mandatory. You do not need this to succeed. But I of course do have a coaching program where we are getting people some very, very interesting results, and it just keeps on going forever basically. And I'm very happy to explore if there's anyone watching this that are the kind of person that would genuinely put their effort into this, because I don't want to allow anyone into the program that does not give it their all. Since I have no real benefit from taking on people not getting results, our biggest vision is to make you go from having no YouTube experience to having your first monetized and cash flowing channel, so that we then can make a good case study interview like I have a bunch on this channel, because that is ultimately what helps me get other people to see this program and see the value that we provide as well. So if you are the kind of person, feel free to apply through the link in the description. It is completely free to apply. If the application looks good and you seem like a good person, we will hop on a quick call with you, either me or my business partner, just a quick interview to see if you match with what you mentioned in the application. And if that sounds good, we'll let you into the program. But I'm gonna stop yapping now. So if you want to see any specific tutorials or breakdowns on this free value channel that you're watching, make sure to subscribe, because I'm posting frequently now. Make sure to comment the tutorial or topic that you want to see, whether that would be advanced AI workflows, whatever, I'll make it. Just sharing my years of experience for free. But that is all, and I'll see you in the next video.
All right, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com, and do not get confused by the website names. SMM and SMM Dodge are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here, and this should be already fine. 2014, 2017, yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy, confirm, and now you can go onto your product orders and you will see this is pending. All right, the order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.